You are on this very planet that Chukwokika Biama created to his glory. We welcome you to another explosive exposition of the very fraudulent contraption, the very diseased abomination that the British created for the enslavement of the children of light. We have come to destroy. We have come to render asunder. We have come to decimate that very tower of darkness, that very zoological republic, that very cesspit of iniquity and of evil. We have come that the blind may see. We have come that the deaf may hear. We have come that even those who, through no fault of theirs, but as a result of having subjected themselves to a very disastrous educational system in the zoo, they have become stupid. Here we have come to enlighten and to educate, without any apologies to anybody, without mincing words, without fear before our enemies, determined and resolute, indestructible, and the precipitous collapse of the zoo is inevitable, absolutely inevitable. The devil may try all it can. Those who go before them to peddle falsehood, those who go to work for them, those who are the workers of darkness and of iniquity, we can assure them that we are resolute, we are determined, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop this very invade as many times as you like, kill as many people as you like, propagate falsehood after falsehood as many times as you like, buy up every media space in the zoo, go and connive with people in the diplomatic circles abroad, eyebrow consultancy firm in the world, select some diplomats in the zoo and bribe them. Select those you send to the key countries around the world. None of these things you're doing is capable of stopping us. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you write. It doesn't matter the type of chatter you have behind our backs. All those things you're doing is a complete and utter waste of time, because Biafra must come. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why we preach this gospel. That is why we propagate this very message of redemption. That is why Elohim said that Biafra will come. You will not fire a bullet, but Biafra will come. Because Chukwokika Biama has gone before us. And you will hear what will happen to the zoo in weeks and months to come. This is 1 year, 2020. They will never, ever, ever in their lives forget. It does not matter what the enemy does, is irrelevant. Buy over Twitter, buy over Facebook, bribe the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, bribe the US Ambassador to Nigeria, department in America. But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in 1 trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off.
They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and in that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it. And confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession, you're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope Usadema to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason, we are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in, in Damatru or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking Janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo. Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity? Fulani, who are the bandits? Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo? Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands? It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power. Power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need. That's all they want. So they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated. Nigeria is an evil entity. Very, very satanic. You want to change the narrative. It's IPOB, they're the aggressors. I saw some women, was it yesterday? Give them their Biafra. We don't want to die. Look at murderers calling other people murderers. Can you believe such nonsense? The Fulani leaders, you cannot win. You cannot defeat IPOB. You people were the ones that established many terror organizations in Nigeria in a bid to overwhelm the country and take over the territories for your Fulani people. IPOB became a stumbling block to that very janjaweed expansionist tendency. True or false? Am I lying? You were ruling Nigeria before, doing everything you like, controlling NMPC, controlling the seaport, customs, everywhere you ever. Now, finally, because you felt that you subdued everybody else. Now you can now march on with your foot soldiers into the east. Because you've taken over Yoruba land, of course, I know that very well. You came and we said, no, you can't come into this land to take it. Come and do your business and go. You said no. Now, because we defeated Miyetti Allah, you now brought in police and army with official uniform, official badge to come and kill people. And I also want to remind Twitter, because they're listening. Twitter, please. Do you know that in the Nigerian army and police, there are terrorists there? Are you aware that Nigeria actively recruited terrorists, killers and murderers and rapists, and gave them army and police uniforms? Are you aware of that? How can anybody, Yoruba journalists, how can you people in your infantile stupidity refer to Nigeria as having an army or Nigeria police? Or where are those terrorists that they conscripted into the Nigerian army and Nigerian police? Where are they? People without shame, where are they? I'm asking you. Fulani, you want to change the narrative? Of course not. They want to put the blame of insecurity in Nigeria on IPOB. Can you believe that? Can you believe these people? Can you believe them? Can you believe these people? And luckily, as God will have it, they are slaughtering themselves in the north. But IPOB securing the east are the ones to be blamed for the insecurity in the east. There is a clip I want everybody to play, please. Who opposed them opened his mouth and said, I invited the army to come into Olo. There was nothing happening. Fulani, who opposed them gave Fulani land in Olo to do Ruga, Fulani settlement. And we said no. We drove the Fulani murderers and terrorists away. Who opposed them now invited his friends, his masters from the north, to bring in their army and heavy machinery into Olu to kill us. That was how all these things started. All of you, you have forgotten. My black people in this UG, black, you have all forgotten the Genesis. The same way that all of you that are blaming Boko Haram is a terrorist group, Boko Haram, what they're doing. But when Nigerian police were busy killing their leader and killing everybody else, all of you were just there drinking Fradununu. Or doing betting on Chelsea versus Man U. Or Liverpool versus Man City. Nigeria army and police will go out and commit atrocity upon atrocity. All of you will be there, you keep quiet. Any day, those people out of anger rise up and retaliate. All of you baboons and monkeys will start writing rubbish. Do you know why? Because you have no conscience, you have no soul, you're a black person, you are the embodiment of evil. Is the truth. I don't care who bans whoever or whatever, I don't give a toss. I must preach the truth. Black people are wicked. By nature, very wicked people. That is why you forget the atrocities that your police and your army always commit. You forget. In a twinkle of an eye, you forget. Our army, our police. Now listen to me very carefully, please. You are blaming ESN, whereas it is the same Fulani terrorists masquerading as headsmen that are responsible for orchestrating all the insecurity in and around Nigeria. Fulani, you have Boko Haram. Fulani, talking about insecurity in the east. Hey. Whereas 91 people were slaughtered yesterday. Yesterday, they were killed yesterday. You have the guts. You people have no shame. You have the guts to stand up and be talking about insecurity in the east. And you're a senator from Kebbi State or Kebbi, whatever they call it. And 91 of your constituents were slaughtered. You didn't see it. You are talking about east. Fulani, who formed Boko Haram. Fulani, who formed ISIS in West Africa province, ISWAP. Fulani, who formed Miyetti Allah. Fulani, who formed Ansaru. Fulani, who formed these headsmen and bandits you claim are foreign. Fulani, who brought out murderers and killers and terrorists from prison and gave them military and police uniforms. It is you people. You have now spread them around the country, causing mayhem, abducting people from schools. These are the same place. Hi, these people there. Ha, Fulani, you think everybody's as stupid as you are? You go, you kidnap students from their schools in the north, you get ransom, you buy more arms, you embolden yourselves. You have the guts to conduct a live press conference talking about insecurity in the East. Don't people have shame? Anyway, you don't. Who are the bandits, or should I say terrorists, taking hostages of school children and demanding ransom? Are they not Miyetti Allah? Miyetti Allah, the chief negotiator. Who are the people destroying farms, raping and killing their victims daily around Nigeria? Fulani. Fulani. You know what? How they manage to convince some of you is what I find astonishing, despite the overwhelming evidence. How they
If the price is there,
Let us pray. For God in heaven, Almighty Creator, the ancients of the ancients, the maker of the heavens and the earth, you created everything that the mind of a living soul can imagine, but none created thee. That is why we say you are immortal, you are invisible, you are omnipotent. This very God that every generation who has ever had the grace of knowing thee have always testified to your goodness. That is the same God that we kneel and bow before. This God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help, even in this time of Janjaweed trouble, even in this time of Fulani rage and terrorism. Therefore we shall fear no evil. This IPOB shall fear no evil. Even if the whole world is against us, even if Britain intensifies their effort to crush this very light of hope in sub-Saharan Africa, even though they shake the mountains, even though the seas may rise, even though they may give all the weapons and ammunition to the Zoological Republic, no matter what they do, no matter how they foment their rage, it doesn't matter to us. For God, Chukwokika Biama, is in the land of Biafra. We shall never ever be moved. This God of the ancients will help us now and forevermore. For Biafra shall come, and this Lord of hosts is with us. Chukwokika Biama, the same God of Jacob, this same God of Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, this God that never abandons his people, this same God is our refuge, and we proclaim it unashamedly that this God that we kneel and bow before, we shall worship thee, for Biafra is your promise. Your word is yea and amen. Instead of your word not to come to pass, heaven and earth will cease to exist. Upon this very hope we anchor all our belief that Biafra shall come in our time, and we pray that it comes this very year, that your glory may be made manifest in the lives of men, that we may kneel and bow before thee. Nyahansoro tutona nsoporo ne jamani bisiala chineke nanke prumingeni ne ko tutoni ne wedregeze denso ubama wombeni ne bigebi. He said Mama de chineke.
Good evening, fellow friends, lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this program here on IPOB Western Cape Media TV. I welcome you all in the name of Chukwokika Biama Primihenine. And as I welcome you, I want you to also welcome those who are lovers of freedom, those who reside within your locality. I want you to welcome your family, your friends, your relatives. Welcome everyone to this program on this platform this evening. I thank you for being part of this program. I just want you to remember that before you settle down to watch us, the first thing to do is to share the program, like the program, then you can comment if it is necessary for you to do so. So we are happy you are here this evening. We are happy to welcome you this evening to this program. We are happy that you always make it a point of duty
to join us each time we come live. We appreciate you. We love you. We love you that you love Biafra so much. The reason you are here is because you love Biafra and you love the truth. That is why you are here. We acknowledge that. We have never and can never take your company for granted. We appreciate each and every minute you spend with us on this platform, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. This evening, I want to platforms. We are live on our Facebook, IPOB Western Cape page, not Media TV. If you want to find us on Facebook, you must use IPOB Western Cape. Then you will see us. Then we are live on our YouTube channel, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are live on our X, formerly Twitter, page, which is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. You may choose any of these platforms where it is palatable for you to watch us live this evening. It is your decision to make. Well, we have tried our best to make it possible for you to make a choice where you can watch us this evening. I want you to understand that if you find yourself watching this program this evening, understand that you are indeed a chosen, a Biafran, a genuine Biafran, because here we do not chase cloud. We are not here on popular demand. We are here to preach the gospel for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. We are not doing it for you to like us or for you to accept us. We are doing what is needful. We are doing what is right. It is now you to decide if you want to be part of those on the side of righteousness. So I welcome you to this program this evening. Before I continue, maybe this is your first time seeing us on this media space. This is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here, we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our result, we have no apologies for that. Martin Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra. We are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape Media TV, saying it the way it is. Yes, we say it the way it is. We say things the way they are. Because we are not we're not afraid of anybody. We are fearless. We are determined. Truth is, and will always remain, our hallmark. We cannot do without speaking the truth. We cannot do without saying it out. It does not matter to us how you feel about it. Whether you accept the truth or not, it is now your decision to make. We bring you that which is truthful. We bring you the message of freedom, which is your right as a human being. Self-determination can never and will never be a crime. It is your right given to you by Chukwu Okike Abiama Premie Henine. You have the right to exercise it. You have the right to use it. You have the right to apply it. And that is what we are here to do this evening as usual. Before I continue, I bring greetings to you from my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Alia. Mazi Innocent Alia is the coordinator representing IPOB Western Cape Zone. Mazi Innocent Alia is chosen, appointed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself. Mazi Innocent Alia is doing everything necessary to make sure that Biafra restoration remains holy. Mazi Innocent Alia have sacrificed everything sacrificable to make sure that this zone does not see corruption. He is a believer, he is a hardcore, and he continues to work towards the total liberation of the entire Biafra land. Before I move on, if you understand, if you are following this page, this platform, you would know that it is always our duty to remind you of the devices of the enemies planted to destabilize, to bring confusion, and to demoralize what we are doing. I want you to also understand that IPOB has a code of conduct which must and shall be followed to the letter. There is no choice on which one to follow and not to follow. It is there for us to follow to its conclusive end. Therefore, I want to remind you that they planted their own, the defunct DOS. Those men, those criminals, those enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and enemies of Biafra, those who came to this struggle for their own pockets and for their stomach freedom fighters. They value too much what they will eat. So therefore, I want you to know that they planted their own to bring confusion to this zone. They planted their own who parade around, calling himself IPOB Western Cape representative. I want you to remember, always remember that the authentic and the only IPOB Western Cape IPOB Western Cape representative is Mazi Innocent Alia. Any other name is not acceptable. Any other person is neither a criminal or a scammer. Run away from such individuals. I bring greetings to you from the executive of this zone, IPOB Western Cape. I want you to remember that behind every successful and strong leader, there is always strong executive, and we have it here. That is why we are untouchable, unshakable. That is why we remain focused, determined. That is why there is nothing that they could do to destabilize us. I bring greetings to you from all the IPOB Western Cape Zone family. We are here to restore Biafra and nothing more. I am Mazi Ebuchi. I am your host. By the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama Ekwueme Ihe Niile, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. I believe in Biafra. I believe that if this generation of us failed in restoring Biafra, we have failed this generation and the generation to come. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave us the opportunity, everything we need, the right leadership in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the right approach, everything, the vision. We have a visionary leader. We have men. We have women who are good enough to restore Biafra. So this is the generation that will restore Biafra. If we fail, it is not because Chukwu Okike Abiama did not give us the strength, nor the numbers, nor the substance to restore Biafra. It is because we are careless, we are myopic, and we don't know what we want, or rather what we need. I welcome you officially to this program. I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all, depend where you are watching from this cool, cold evening from my location. Before we continue, we must acknowledge the man that made all this possible. We must acknowledge the savior of our time, a leader that remains selfless, a leader that is willing to give or to pay the ultimate price, a leader that made it as a duty to serve Biafra without looking back, in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May we welcome him. May we give honor to whom honor is due.
Obodo kenenu Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Kanyi kenebenu Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Amadike Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Ika kugondilo yo, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Amadike Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Odogwa nebula buke. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Ika bugondilo. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Endilo ina chozudo. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Anoke zuko. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Umu Biafra Ghana. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. jụrụ ajụ mana anyị nwekwa mmeri babụlụ obere nwa na 2015 ụbọchị enyanụ anyị wee bebe ife dị n'ime ya anyị wee jebe ụlọ ikpe chọbazie ndị kpọrọ anyị na mkpọrọ ndị kpọchiri anyị ka anyị na-achọ anyị fụrụ ofe ọnụ n'ụwa gị malụ afa na-agbazi ọsọ na-achụzi fa mana fa marọ na anyị nwe mmeli n'ife ọbụla anyị tinyere aka n'ụwa na-agala anyị ya ka anyị ji bụrụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịama Nnamdi Kanu kedụzi ife mesilu mee odogwu na-egbula abụga abatago obodobo nwa onye afara ife agbala nze na akpọghị onikalata ife mena ihe ole n'ụwa ka ibili ị ga-abị ndụ ole n'ụwa fụbi afụra His Majesty onye olu mbanọmụ na-ekwu akụọ m ọfọ na nene ị ga-afụ ife ọma ebe isi na anyị ga-enwela onwe anyị wee bulie n'isi ife ọma ga-abụ nke iyi ngwanụ kenenu Kanu Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike Biafra Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike agbala nze na-ekwupụlụ iri Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike eze nkoto nkonyilu mkpuchi Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike kịtịkpa gbala ni ọghọlụ mbuze Nnamdi Kanu nwa Kanu Nnamdi Kanu odogwu Ọhamadike.
Welcome back, Biafrans. Now, I want us to go into the business of the day, straight to the business of the day. And if you look at our topic for today, it says we continue both in character and work. Okay, we continue to both in character and work the need for our total freedom. I think something is not right with that topic, but it's okay. But we are here to continue creating awareness. We are here to continue talking about our freedom, the need for total freedom from Nigeria. The other time, I made it very, very clear that the Nigerian government are not willing. They are not willing to let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go without a fight. And that's something I said the last time. If you are attentive or calculative, or if your memory is still intact, that's something I said here, and I want to remind us. And the reason I always said this is because of some of the lost souls in our midst, those who refuse to think, those who have allowed their brain cells damaged, those who have fallen to the hand of the enemy, those who have refused to use their number 6. I always call this to their attention, because last time I was telling us about what Nigerian government want to achieve. You know, they don't have case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know it. You know very well that for the past 4 years, they kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there where he is. It is because they don't have anything against him. So what they are waiting for, what they have been waiting for, is an opportunity. An opportunity and the funny part of it is that some of those who claim to be IPO sorry about that. You know, one thing you cannot control is so if you are still here, let's continue. But if the network kicked you, must continue. Must, because I just noticed that the network I'm not seeing anybody anymore. Everything has collapsed. Not even a single viewer. So I don't know if people are okay. Now, like I said, I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody anymore. The network is, but it's back. It's back, but I can't see anybody here. But let me continue. So to bear witness against a fellow freedom fighter in the person of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Now, that was exactly what I was trying to say before this network issue came in. That was called self-injury. Like if you are playing soccer, you just brought someone down on your 18 on a penalty box against you. So that's exactly what they did. You know, whether it is out of ignorance or intentional act, that remains to be solved in the nearest future. But I'm just talking about it in a neutral ground now. Nigerian government, if you as a Biafran, if you don't know that it is Nigerian government that arrested Mazi Simon Ekpa and put him in prison in Finland, if you don't know, if you have not come to that knowledge, if you have not come to the understanding that Mazi Simon Ekpa was arrested by Nigerian government through third party, which is Finland, if you are not aware that Finland signed a very, very lucrative deal for that singular purpose, then I don't know what you know. If you look at the charges with that of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are similar. I don't care whether you want to accept it or not. I don't care whether you love Simon Ekpa or you hate him. For me, I hate nobody. For me, if you are fighting, if you are speaking the language of freedom, anywhere in a part of this world, I will support you. It doesn't necessarily mean that I am working with you. So, as IPOB, Nigerian government by proxy arrested Simon Ekpa in Finland. You said you are IPOB, then you were contacted by the enemies. Remember, your leader is also arrested by Nigeria for the past 4 years, kept in solitary confinement, waiting for a spark, opportunity to carry out their evil intentions. And for this past 4 years, it is impossible for them to Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. Now, the Nigerian government is the one trying Simon Ekpa think out of the box, because you've allowed hatred to becloud your thinking. You refuse to wear your thinking cap. Refuse to understand, to link. You refuse to link things up. That is why when these evil men in defunct DOS sent their morons to Finland, you were clapping, you were jubilating, you were happy. They went there, they make sure that they destroy the image of IPOB before the international. Even the jury, the trial judge was shocked to see that happen. It does not matter how you hate anybody, but was there is between us, IPOB, and Simon Ekpa. He is fighting for Biafra. We are fighting for Biafra. He has his own pattern, his belief. We have our own. Each and every one of us are fighting for the same cause. Now, what is happening? If you remember, I heard that the Finnish government granted bail to Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland with the stringent bail bond. which one of them was that Master Monepa must distance himself and denounce Biafra and IPOB and anything that has to do with Biafra agitation. That he must apologize to the Nigerian government before they will grant him bail. But he refused to sign. He said no. He rather remain wherever they kept him until his trial is over. Now, I told you one time that what Nigerian government, the other time, just few days ago, few days back, which was on the 18th of this month. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in court. He was in court. And the application for no case rule, or whatever the time they're using in calling it, was what brought them to that court, which means that I don't think. Okay. Okay, seems like we are right back. We're back. Yeah. Reference the network is disturbing this program. If it does not get better, then we have to end the program. But we're going to try more to see. But if it's not getting any better, then we have to call it a day. So at this point, we continue. Please, people should come back. We are still live. It's just that network is dealing with us, but we're not going to bow to it. We are going to fight it off. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So please, let people return back. Let people return back, and so we can continue. Okay. Yes, so let us go. So now I was saying something about the last cut outing our reader had. The reason I use that last cut outing is for us to understand where things are going, because before then I said something, and I'm going to repeat it tonight, but I just want to remind you the linkage, the common factors between the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria and the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Finland. I want you to know that there is the hand of Esau. There is hand of Esau. But I mean the hand of Jacob. But you are not seeing it. You are not seeing that hand of Jacob. But now I want to continue to bring to bring to attention for you to see the hand of Jacob in all these things. It's still the same Nigerian government that is persecuting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria and also persecuting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Finland. We refuse to see it. Now, on the 18th, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court for the judge after the prosecution closed their case. They have brought all the evidence. Now, those mighty evidence that they said they had, they presented it. Then the world saw that these people does not have anything. There was no evidence linking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to anything. There was no substantive evidence linking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to any terrorism. No gun, no bullets, nothing was found on someone Nigerian government brought terrorism upon him. They did not bring any evidence of him buying anybody. They could not link him to anything that is crime. The only evidence Nigerian government has is what's it called? Transmitter and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's program on Radio Biafra, which is there in the public. There was nothing hidden. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's program is always open for the public. So that was what happened. So after the prosecution team closed their case, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team smartly seized the opportunity to put in for no case rule, no case judgment. That after looking at what Nigerian government through their prosecution team displayed in this court proceeding for the past 7 months, it was a total waste of George's time, total waste of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's time, total waste of fund. And they asked the judge to dismiss this case. It does not want going to trial after all. It does not want going further. Taking this so-called trial, this illegal trial to its conclusive end is its amount to total waste of fund, waste of time, and playing on people's sensibility. It is nonsense. There is nothing in this case. So when Mazi Kanu's judge, when Mazi Kanu's legal team said this before the judge, okay, it's fine. Put together the reason. Let us see it in black and white. And let us compare. Nigerian prosecution team should also bring their own. Let's compare to know if this case has the substance to go forward. That was exactly what happened on the 18th. If you remember, before Binta, when it was Binta Nyako who started this trial thing, she always used one particular language: accelerated trial. Remember, Binta Nyako was the one who used the word accelerated trial. But because she lost the jurisdiction, she lost the legality to try the continue on the case. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recused her already because she was partial. She was not to be trusted. She was indifferent to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's problems. She does not give ears to his complaints. She does not want to hear anything from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, only for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to sign and submit himself for trial. After looking at it, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recused her. And then she accepted and recused herself. That was how she was kicked out of this trial, of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then it fell on this current judge, Justice Omotosho Eyariba. And remember, from the day one, I always make it as a point of duty to remind you watching me that you cannot trust a people that they are treacherous in nature, people that are corny in nature, people that are selfish in nature, people that are, envious in nature. That is the Yoruba people. I always remind you, the name that they were named after, which is Yoruba, it's translated from the word, Hausa word or Fulani words, Yariba. From there to Yoruba, and in their language, Yoruba does not mean anything. There was no meaning for that in their language. So it was automatically a name given to them by the Hausa people because of their treacherous nature, because of their corny nature. Do you understand it? So I kept hammering on it. I said, we must not lose our focus. We must be very, very, very careful with this Yoruba judge, that if we lose focus, he is going to play fast one on us. I said it. Now, when he first came in, on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's first appearance before him, he spoke very, very smoothly, very softly, very loving, very serious. He sounded so serious. He told Mazi that he apologized to Mazi Nnamdi for wasting his time all this year. He said that he's not going to delay this trial. That he's going to make it as fast, as quick, as short as possible. He used the term he is going to use. In this case, is going to be accelerated. It's going to be accelerated. That he's going to quicken. He has to make it very, very short and fast. That was March. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case started, I think, March. Official. Now, March, April, May, June, July, 5 months. After 5 months, what did this Yariba man did? Every one of us, even I'm sure, even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not believe that up at this moment his case will still be lingering. He thought that it will be over by now. But what did the Yariba man did? The Yariba man, after presenting, he knew. Remember, he knew that they will be going on vacation. I think on September. I think the vacation starts September, or is it August? But within this time, he knew. Now, he asked that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, this case of this 18th, the past 18th, he mentioned that 18th was closer to their vacation time. He gave 18th. And on 18th, everybody came, submitted whatever they had. And what did this man do? This man, this judge, adjourned the case, the ruling, to 10th of October. That is, we are now in July, August, September, October, 3 months. One would have asked, this man that said he needed an accelerated case, why would he adjourn a case, the same case, for 3 months? It is to tell you one thing. He is not alone. Someone is telling him what to do. Someone is telling him what to do, and he is doing it. He is not alone. He may have a genuine intention. He may want to give sound judgment. But the truth is, as a Yoruba person, he is prone to envy, prone to cunningness, prone to ritual, all these evil things that they are known for. He could easily be cajoled into doing any of these things. So, he adjourned this case to October. Why did he do so? Do you think that he could not have heard this case before going on vacation? He could. He could. Why do you think that he adjourned this case to October 10th? Because one of the reasons is this. I told you the other time that we should pray. We should pray that rule of law prevail in Finland. We should pray that after all these deals Finnish corrupt government entered with Nigeria, that their judiciary will not be drawn into it. We should pray very hard. What they are waiting for is for the outcome of the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. I've said it before, I repeat it again. I want you to write it down like I told you the other time. No cookie there. They want to wait for Finland to first conclude on their case against Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. After that, whatever the outcome may be, do you understand it? Are you putting the dots together now? Whatever the outcome in Finland, I told you, watch. The case of Mazi Simon Ekpa will be concluded before the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. Remember that Simon Ekpa was arrested on November, and his case is now, and his case started, I think, May, June, July. Is it May or April? Within these two. But the case will end before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case that started March. It's not out of ordinary. The Nigerian government want to make sure, they want to do everything to see if Finland could convict Simon Ekpa, pronounce him guilty. Then they will return back to Nigeria and told you, you want us to leave Mazi, you want us to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the same thing we charge him is what they charge Mazi Simon Ekpa on the same charges. The same thing. How do you want to now reason it? You that is celebrating, you that is wishing that Finland should, do everything possible to make sure that they condemn an innocent man. If any of these men are guilty, then we are guilty as freedom fighters. We fight for the freedom of our people. We advocate for freedom. It is not a crime. It doesn't matter whether you hate Mazi Ebuchi. You may see me for doing nothing, you hate me. It's natural. That is human nature. But why would you now wish me evil? You can hate me and avoid me forever without wishing me bad in life. As long as I know I've not done anything to you. So that is it. So the reason they put it that up to October is for them to wait on Finland to conclude their case with Mazi Simon Ekpa. Then they will know which way to follow. I continue to say it. Let us pray that positivity take its course in Finland, that justice prevail in Finland, that their judiciary did do that which they are known for. You cannot condemn a man who is fighting for freedom. Finland was built on the same freedom. So that is it. So we continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We continue to pray that whatever that happens, whether it's positive in Finland or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should regain his freedom. But let us put our eyes on this. For you to know your enemies. Yesterday, when Chinasa Nwodu was there on Radio Biafra, screaming as usual, shouting, talking jargons, spitting rubbish. I said, let me listen to him for the first time. Let me know what he's up to. Lo and behold, he was speaking nothing. He spent hours talking rubbish. In fact, there was a voice note they leaked, or rather they posted on social media where Chira Sanwapa was warning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lead counsel, the person of Barrister Aloy Ejimakor. Remember that Barrister Aloy Ejimakor did not appoint himself. Remember that it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his wisdom, who appointed Barrister Aloy Ejimakor to work for him. Since the appointment of Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, this evil man has always been on his back. They have insulted him. They have tried to break him. They tried to call him names. They have called him all sorts of evil names for them to break him. Chinua Sanwo-Olu wanted to hate those he hated. That was why when they found out that they could not withstand Mazi, they went and started to spit hate against him. They started to, group people to hate him. Unfortunately, some of these, and they started hating a man who did nothing to them. They started fighting a man who is not fighting them. That is exactly what Chinua Sanwo-Olu and the defunct DOS are known for. They want them to make their enemies your enemy. And as a wise person, you must not inherit another man's enemy. You have enough enemy already. Don't inherit someone's enemy and fight someone's battle. Unfortunately, that is where we are today. You join them to fight Barrister Aloy Ejimakor for doing what? That was exactly how you joined them to fight Madam Ndedea, the finance head. That was how you joined them to fight Mrs. Alia, the SADC rep. That was how you joined them to fight Mazi Innocent Alia, IPOB Western Cape representative. That was how you joined them to fight all these people that they have portrayed as evil people. You did not ask questions. You did not investigate to know the truth. You did not ask, what did this man do? Why would we prosecute him? Why would we reject him? What was his crime? You did not ask. Like a sheep, you followed. Tell me, what is the crime of Barrister Aloy Ejimakor? What if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow to say, I sent Barrister Aloy Ejimakor all the messages he delivered, I sent him. You that is moping at me, who still believe in this evil man, what will be your reaction? Will you take back all the damages that you caused already? All the emotional damage, all the character assassinations, all the propaganda against Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, will you be able to take them back? The answer is no. Just like you cannot take back what you have said, you must always follow people with your senses, not with your anus. It is good that you be a critical thinker, a follower that thinks before he jump, before he leap. Why would you allow a fellow man to determine how you reason. That is one of the things that made me to hate religion. One of the things that made me to distance myself from anything religion is because they want you to reason the way they want you to reason. Like a robot, they want to program you. They want you to reason the way they want you to reason. They don't want you to use your own senses. Each time you want to use your senses, God-given senses, they want to bring you down. They want to tell you that you are no more following. You are not a good follower anymore. You are not a good believer anymore. They want you to believe every jargon, every nonsense they put in front of you. You that swallow everything hook and sinker, do you ever in your quiet time ask yourself questions? What if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow to say, I sent this man every word that comes out from their mouth comes from me? What are you going to do? Are you going to take down all the insults, all the character assassination, all the emotional blackmail? Are you going to take them back? Is it possible then? It is not possible. Let me tell you something you don't know. I have seen a lot of articles from this man projecting. They are trying to project an attack against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's person when he comes out and decide to do the needful. One thing is for sure, if you are not with me, you are against me. If you are not with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you expect him to work with you? If you don't believe in the leadership of Mazi, do you expect him to continue working? Do you want to see God? You that believe in God, you that believe in all these supreme beings, have you ever seen any of them before? But you fear them, you worship, you do what someone already wrote for you that is how they want you to live. You strive to do that which they project for you. But when it comes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you want to see him. You don't believe in what those who goes to see him, the message they brings out, because it does not suit you. It's not palatable to you. It doesn't seem like this is what you want. So because of that, you reject it and reject the messenger. Do you believe that all these barristers could go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and after listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu everything, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give them a message, they will change it and give you a different message? Do you actually believe it? Not even one barrister comes out to tell you what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying. Do you believe that? Then something is wrong with you. The way you process information is the problem. Your thinking faculty is the problem. Listen to me. They are using you. They are building you up. They are projecting you. They are setting you up for and respect for, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You saw that what they call Darlington. You know, when I see all these men, I've seen Melchizedek attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on behalf of these defunct DOS, criminals in DOS. I've seen Mazi Paul Achabe attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on their behalf. I mean, those defunct DOS. I've seen Darlington wrote or rather make statements he called to do the needful. These three men I mentioned, in the past, they were ardent followers, listeners, doers of this evil defunct DOS. Because of that, they spoke ill against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But today, where are they? Would we say that they have known the truth? But what about those things they said? Is it gonna wipe? Is it gonna be wiped out? The answer is no. We have them in our archives, and when it's time, we'll present them. You that is waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out to accept these junks called DOS, Dichike Dozie, Chinasa Nworu, Tony Nzulumike, Austin Agbai, and the rest of them. You that expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you want to force this man down to the throne of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If we did otherwise, you want to say, oh, it's now a family business. Let me tell you something. You can rant, after all, whichever for is ranting, as I'm talking to you. George Onibe is ranting. In fact, he has denied his Igbo-ness. Is it stopping us? And all into what we are doing than this man to see today. Men who founded IPOB with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, none of them are still part of IPOB today. And IPOB did not collapse. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not fall. Why do you think that if you join this man to attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he comes out, that it's going to change anything? No. It's going to make us stronger because we have developed a thick skin. And we know that you will come. We know. We know that your likes, we will encounter your likes. Therefore, we already prepared for you. What do you think that Chinasa Nworu will do? This man will vanish to the thin air when the time comes. I pity you that is building an emotion around this man. You want to have emotional connection with this unserious individuals. It's you that I pity. Because you don't know what you are doing to yourself. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and succeed. I'm speaking out of experience. Those who tried it went into 6 feet fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And who do you think you are? You saw the disgrace they buried the other time. They said it was Buhari. You saw it. If you don't retrace your steps, your own case will be worse than that of Buhari. Did you see any head of states in the world who sent a condolence message to Nigeria, to Buhari and the rest of them? Remember, he was a former president of Nigeria. No single condolence from any country. No president. No vice president. Nothing. You saw it. You cannot fight Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. and succeed. All these men you are following today, none of them has seen anything. In fact, if any of them is standing, the likes of Chinasa Nworu is standing before you right now, you may not recognize that he is the one. But people who have brought out their lives for this cause are talking to you. You are there messing up, thinking that if you say that Biafran struggle, IPOB is a family business, going to deter us, you think it's going to deter us? If Mazi Kanu is deceiving Biafrans, let him deceive us. If it's a family business, yes, we want to be part of that family business. But we are not going to allow you to disrespect Mazi Kanu. We are not going to allow you. That is why we are standing. So bring it on. Like Uchemefo, Mazi Kanu may never mention your name, but you will be gone, and you'll be gone forever. Like Igbo people will say, Osita Adedamma, Odewanabo. I want to talk to you to stop all this rubbish. Look clearly. See who is deceiving you and who is not. See who is your enemy and who is not. Anybody that wants you to disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's words, whether in person or in absentee or in absenteeism, that person is the enemy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't have to appear before you know that, before you obey what he said or carry out his instructions. Hence, you are not his follower. You are deceiving yourself. Now, I want to talk about something before we end this program. I want to talk about a video that surfaced on social media the other time. You know, the problem we have is not actually Nigeria. You know it. It's not that Nigeria has what it takes to stop our freedom, to keep us forcefully in Nigeria. No. The only strength of Nigeria is you and I. It's those men in politics, those senators, House of Reps, those governors, ministers, those traditional rulers. These are the men that Nigerian government is using as instruments to keep you and I to delay Biafra in coming. Not that they will succeed in stopping Biafra, but they want to delay it as long as they could. So they have raised a lot of flavors in our midst who love power and money. Now, everyone in Nigeria today, all the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria where the Fulanese are ravaging, all of them accept it, that the only problem of insecurity we have today, the people that cause these insecurities are the Fulanese. No other ethnic groups but the Fulanese. Fulanese themselves accept it that they are the problem. It does not start today. It has always been there. But to your amazement, to my amazement, something happened, something remarkable, something that will linger, that's something that will remain, something that will have a mark in the heart of every Igbo man alive today, happened in America, where the so-called governor of Anambra State went to visit Ndodikodia. I don't care who was there. For the fact that nobody stood up to counter his statement, all of them are the same. They are the problem of Ndibo. It doesn't matter where you live. You can live in America and you are a fool. You are an idiot. It doesn't matter where, anywhere you are, a fool is a fool. So I looked. Nobody challenged that man in that gathering today when he was busy spitting rubbish. I know you must have seen the video, but for record purposes, I'm going to bring back the video for you to see the problem that we are having as a people. The problem of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so you don't be deceived. You know, they want to deceive you. They want you to believe that they are doing something. They are doing something for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. But like the defunct DOS, always underground. You can never see the result of their underground work on the surface. If you want to see their result, go underground too. Then you will see the result of their underground work. Everybody in Nigeria, both a child of 6 years, knows that Fulanis are the people causing insecurity in the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. But what is Soludo saying? Soludo is trying to change the narrative because of his political ambition. Soludo wants to be the president of Nigeria. Just like in the past, Peter Obi helped the Nigerian government to buy our people and push them in Izu River. Today, Peter Obi, president of Nigeria, and he's not finding it funny. He's not. Peter Obi in the past exchanged the lives of the innocent, the lives of the young, vibrant Igbo youths because of his political ambitions of becoming the president of Nigeria. Has he become the president of Nigeria? The answer is no. Will he ever be the president of Nigeria? The answer is still no. It's not going to happen. Not in this Nigeria. Soludo is towing the same path. Soludo is arresting innocent Biafran youths, tagging them kidnappers and the ones behind the insecurity in our land. Soludo is using his security outfit, Udogachi, which he has put together for his political ambition for the governorship, upcoming governorship election coming in November. The governorship election of Anambra State, which is coming up in November. Soludo put together this Udogachi for that purpose, but in disguise. What is the work of this, the job of this Udogachi? To arrest, frame innocent Biafran youth, innocent Igbo youth, put them in prison, tag them kidnappers. Because ask me, how many times have you seen Udogachi in the forest? Are the kidnappers now on the street? For me not to confuse you, let me bring this to your notice.
Factual. I've been in office for 3 years and 3 months, okay? If we have arrested 100 criminals, non-mafia, kidnappers, and so on and so forth, 99.99% of them factual. I've been in office for 3 years and 3 months, okay? If we have arrested 100 criminals, non-mafia, kidnappers, and so on and so forth, 99.99% of them will mark Igbo.
Did you hear that? And did you believe him? Did you believe this man that 99.9999% of the kidnappers and criminals arrested in Biafran land are Igbo? My people, do you believe it? Do you believe this evil man called Soludo? Do you believe him? How could 100% of people be only the Igbo youth, those committing crime in Igbo land? How could it? Now, we have witnessed several occasions where people, after paying ransom to get their freedom, comes out to tell the world, to tell Nigerians that their kidnappers were the Fulanis. Where are those Fulanis? Does it mean that when Soludo and his so-called we go to kidnapper, you said no, they kidnap you? Are you a Fulani kidnapper? You said yes, they avoid you. How is it possible? How could Soludo and his agents be able to pull this off? To arrest only in the Igbo youths that are into kidnapping. I did not say that there are no Igbo youths in kidnapping business. Indeed, there are a lot of them. But for this man, Soludo, to come here to say that 99.9999% of those they have arrested for the past 3 years are Igbo youths, then something is fishy. Let's continue listening to him.
Did you hear me right? I said 99.
Now, did you hear those weekly? Did you hear them? All of them resounded yes. You saw the resound yes from them. Nobody there had the boss. That is not Nigeria. This is not Nigeria. You may say, oh, you can't speak. This is abroad. Interrupt him. Nobody will touch. All of them said nothing but agreeing in unison to what he was saying. That is it.
0.99% of them. So these things are unmedified because that was part of the lie that was put in propaganda. They are into kidnapping because it is the next lucrative business after Yahoo and drug. The next one for find is about kidnapping. And this is even other states. If I'm not where we do all Anambra. You don't want Anambra.
Now listen. Ask this man. Does it mean that those Fulanis that has been kidnapping our people, does it mean that they are invincible? They are invisible, that they cannot be seen? Does it mean that they cannot be caught? How is it possible for 99.9999% of kidnappers in Igbo land to be Igbo youths? And why do you think that it is only in Anambra State that this kidnapping is happening? Why would you say that when they go back to their villages, they brought their people to come and be kidnapping in Anambra State? Who are you referring to? Which particular people were you referring to when you make this statement? Soludo, if this statistics you gave now is right, is correct, then something is not right somewhere. Because you have heard our people on several occasions being kidnapped by Fulani people. Does it mean that these Fulani people could not be caught? Because if they could be caught, you wouldn't give this same statistics you give now that 99.999% are Igbo.
Now, I can't see the line. I'm probably a guy mafia. Let me, I'll repeat, and I want you to quote me right. 99.99%.
Because let's ask Soludo, how many of Igbo? Give us one video. That is how to do something. You are the government, not the ones you stage. Give us one original video where you arrested a kidnapper and he is an Igbo person. Then he told you that he's a Fulani. Give us one video where an Igbo man is claiming a Fulani when he was caught. We have had your likes in the past who made Igbo their enemies because of their political ambition. And at the end of the day, they go nowhere. They still return back home in shame. So Ludo, you will not be different. You will not. You will still end up where others end. Dustbin of history. That is where you're preparing for yourself. To the dustbin of history. Because history will never be kind to you for trying to bring down your own people, for trying to demonize your own people. History will never be kind to you. Soludo.
Of all the criminals, kidnappers, and so on that were arrested so far, Igbos are the ones kidnapping Igbos, they are the ones killing Igbos. All these camps. And by the way, because I came with the same false narrative. The false narrative, oh, the Fulanis, they are invading our people. They are now everywhere. They are waiting for whistle to be blown.
Now, who do you think this man was referring to here? He was referring to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was, because it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that made the revelation that brought it to the knowledge of the world and Biafrans and Nigerians at large that the Fulanese are coming. He was the one who said that they are surrendering us, waiting for signal to attack and to take us out. It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that this man, you see, was referring to. It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why do you think this man is doing what he's doing? He is doing what he's doing because he wants to make sure that he distances himself from the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of his future political ambition of becoming the president of Nigeria. Remember, it is the same man that Chinasa Nworu and the defunct DOS struck a deal with. This man you see standing here is nothing different between him and Hope Uzodimma. This man is more dangerous because he's more educated than Hope Uzodimma. So you may not be able to hold him, but if you put your head down, you can be able to see him. If you are intelligent enough, you'll be able to crack this man, the cover. Look at him talking to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu here. Unfortunately, those in the same hall, some of them are maybe IPOB, some of them may be believing in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but none of them were able to know that he just thrown he just attacked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Is it right? Is it wrong? Soludo, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said Fulanese are coming, you are still in Abuja drinking tea. You don't know. You are still slaving for your political godfathers. Is it not true? Even though you don't want to accept it, our Fulani is not amongst us today. Who are the people kidnapping? Who are the people taking ransom in our land today? Fulanese. You cannot change the narrative. Not when we are here. You can't.
And they will take over. And therefore, we are the one who are the liberators. We are now going into the bush to go to chase out the Fulanis. Nobody asked the question. They are now banning mafia to go and liberate you. How do they feed?
Who are you? Oh God. I will end it here. If you don't want to reason, it's up to you. But you have heard him. Who are in the bush? Who? To liberate you. You are not asking questions. How do they feed? So, Ludo, let me tell you how they feed. IPOB do fundraising to fund them. Biafra do fundraising to fund them. That is how they feed. You understand it? Those people that we send to the bush, ESN or whoever they are that you send, they are not the criminals. You know the real criminals. They are the Fulanese in the bushes. They are the Fulanese occupying. Okay, if it was IPOB and ESN that are in the bushes of Alibo, causing kidnapping, and as you said, who are in the bushes of the West? Who are in the bushes of the West? Oh, the Oduduwas, the Yoruba nations, They are the ones in the bushes of in the western Nigeria. I mean Yoruba land. Eh? So who are the ones in the bushes of in the north? Oh, what about in the middle belt? Who are in the bushes of in the middle belters? Oh, is the thief people? Is the Kogi people? All these people in the Benue? Is the outside people in the bushes causing banditry and terrorizing them? Why is it only in the eastern Nigeria, in Alibo, in the south? Who are those in the bushes of south? Toludo, before you came, we have had your times. Today, there are no more. The life of Wodo, where you were serving them, where is Wodo today? So we can you see after buying over 2,000 of Ndibo in River State in Obibo in during the NSAS. Then Wodo was still the Ndibo president. He gathered all of them and went to Obibo. I mean to Port Harcourt and be singing Wike Kaigeso. Mone Jeje, Mona Nana, Wike Kaigeso. After singing it, where is Nyawodo today? It's no more. He has been relegated to the dustbin of history. History will never be kind to that man. Just like you. You are just standing in the threshold of the most foolish people in this world, and that is where you will remain. You have turned yourself as the enemy of your people. Without Ndibo, you wouldn't be president today. I mean, governor today. The reason you are governor of Anambra State is because of Ndibo. The same Ndibo around to call them terrorists and kidnappers and killers of Ndibo. Because you want to go to the presidency, you want to be the president of Nigeria. Soludo, who told you that you ever smell that seat? The person lied to you. In this one, your education failed you completely because you refuse to use your mentality to think. Amongst all the Igbo sons, Soludo, you can't even represent. So you can go on, talk all you like. The truth is there in the open. Everybody, the same people that causes kidnapping in the north, northeast, northwest, and the rest of them, they are the same people committing the same thing in the middle belt. I mean the Fulanis. They are the same people committing the same kidnapping and terrorism in the south. Is the same Fulanis. The same thing applicable to the west, the same Fulanis, and also the same thing in the east. They cannot be in all these places except eastern Nigeria. They are the same people we have had encounter with them. Mothers, our fathers' farmland ate up the crops. And when they question them, they will come after them. They carry around AK-47. Nobody questions them. Soludo, how many Igbo youth have you caught with AK-47? Walking on the street. How many? Chukwukabiam will never forgive any man that made himself a willing tool. Ndị Igbo are hard-working people. We are known for our hard-working nature. That does not mean that we don't have criminals. Of course, we have criminals. No family that does not have 1 or 2 criminals. We do. But to say that the kidnapping going on in our land is solely on the handwork of Ndi Igbo is total rubbish, and it must not be accepted, and no Igbo person should agree to that. Soludo is an enemy. Whatever the outcome of Anambra election in November, it's not my business. I don't believe in their election. I know that he will use his incumbent power to rig himself. But if you allow Anambra people to vote, they will definitely vote out this man, because he has brought himself, has made himself an enemy, and so shall he remain. Before I conclude, let me also show you Ndi Igbo in action. I want to show you Igbo people in action according to definition of Soludo. According to the definition of Soludo, let me show you Ndi Igbo in action. Now listen. What's going on here? Why is it not showing me? Is the network on? Okay, it's network. Network is not responding. It's not responding. It's not responding. The network is turning bad again, but if the network permits, I'm going to show us the video before we end this program. I think this program will be ending so soon because the network is not friendly today. But with the little time we've spent here, I believe you are able to learn 1 or 2 from the program of tonight. Though the network was fluctuating and other stuff, but I believe you are able to learn 1 or 2, at least, something to hold hand with. I want us to, if you want to fight for this freedom of Biafran people, we must fight with all our hearts. Okay, let me see if the video will play. It's like the network is back to normal right now. Now I want to show you Ndi Igbo in action according to the definition of Soludo. Look at Ndi Igbo in action. This is happening in Igbo land. In all the territory of Igbo land, this thing you see here is happening. This is our mother's farm. These are cassavas planted. You can see what these Igbo people are doing to the farmland of a fellow Igbo mother. Let's watch.
Oh. Ndami bolekwano kikata aroro ya tekuru. Ndenna ma o Japani ne eburu and he will let plant no. The come and the man ndenna ma jiri maybe share ya this morning. Nnama na ga n'iri mma na agbara ọnụ ye. Ndami bolekwano le na anya. Lekwa na na kaljiba aleja punwa iburi mo. Ana foshi ana nye nnama. Nnama na ata. Nnama richa mma na agbara ọnụ. Lekwanu he megaji saka anyị ga-asị gba ọnụ o. He mmanụ kwesịrị iri ụmụ anụmanụ na-eri shi ya. Avaluo nnama kara mmanụ. Lekwanu he mere eme o. Maka ji richa ihe ma onye nwụrụ ọ dị gbala ọnụ disie. Lekwanu he mere eme o. Ọhaneze lekwanu he mere eme o. Mkpọkpa lekwanu he mere eme. Kakwanu paneji menu nnama chụfụ ho. Esi ala anyị fụọ. Adinda nnama ya wa adinda wosanye wu ha wu ni ụmụ Igbo. Chụfụ nnama anyị nnama o Chineke kwukwala ha ọjọọ. Lekwanu he mere eme bi o. Mmanụ rụcha nnama erie. Mmanụ rụcha nnama erie. Ihe eri ọnụ daga ọnụ. Otu cup rice 500, otu cup beans 500. Nwajapu nwakwa gakwa iji karakwa mkpa anyị. Nna m elekwa mebishiala anya. Lekwanu he megemega lenunu ma dị mma. Ọhaneze lenu ma dị mma. Ndị nnama ji aka ha ife oche ajapu nwaanyị gburu ala. Were wuola nnama na-eri. Lenu kwa ma dị mma. Lenu ma dị mma o. Ụmụnne na ụmụnna lenunu ma dị mma o. Lekwanu ma dị mma o. Aji saka anya bagbula ọnụ. Anyị ga-adị ịgba ọnụ. Chọdụnụ pa na-eme ndị nnama. Chụfuru na anyị ndị nnama. Echi ha la anyị fụọ. Adị ndị Awụsa iwu. Ha iwu ụmụ Igbo. Lekwa akpa ndị nnama ji mebishi adapụ. This thing happened yesterday night. Lekwanu kpe ji mebishi adapụ nwaanyị gburu ime ọrụ. Anyị ji aka anya gbagbuola ọnụ.
Now, that was the handwork of Umu Igbo. That was in Abia State, if I'm not mistaken. That was the job of Umu Igbo in Igbo land, according to the definition of Soludo. Because what I found out what I come to realize that Soludo has a problem of separating these things. He doesn't know who is Fulanese and who is in Igbo. I think everybody in the eyes of Soludo are Ndi Igbo. And I understand. He is in Igbo land. He's a governor, and he should be the governor of Ndi Igbo, not the governor of Ndi Fulani. So sometimes I want to understand him. Maybe he's mistaking it. He doesn't know how to separate, because I think he's having a problem processing things. So he's mistaking every body in Igbo and Anambra State as Ndi Igbo. So he failed to understand that, Fulanese has actually come to stay in our land. But what we just watched now was Fulanese in action in one of the states where Soludo is governor of. So Soludo, I wonder, these Fulani that are eating up the crop of our people, are they part of the propaganda, you said that Mazen Kanu told you that Fulanis are coming, that they will surrender us and wait for West or whatever. Are these people part of the? Are they not Fulanis? Because it seems that you're doubting Mazen. The only person in the whole entire Nigeria today that still doubts the information or the prophecy of Mazen Kanu in those years. It's like you are still, because the only person I've seen who did not believe the invasion of Fulanis is Soludo. Every other person has come to the knowledge that the Fulanis have invaded Nigeria and that they are in all parts of Nigeria. Soludo, it's a pity that you are one of those who, or rather the only person who have not seen the danger the Fulanis impose to the rest of Nigerians, as you may say. But whatever you are trying to achieve, already you failed, because we are here to puncture it. As I just did this evening. Igbo people, there are criminals in Igbo land. Yes, but Fulanis are the ones championing kidnapping, championing all manner of insecurity in our land today through the help of Nigerian government and their security. If not, how can you explain that? That a woman will plant in his farmland, someone will come in, uproot the plant, whatever that he planted, and be feeding it to his cows. No arrest has been made. No traces, no compensation, nothing. They do as they like, because Fulani are the owners of Nigeria, and the lives of Soludo are there to protect, to shield, and to defend them. That is the audacity to say that the criminality in Igbo land are being carried out by the Igbo alone. It's a pity, it's unfortunate, and we as in Anambra, we are highly, highly disappointed on him, this man, because we thought that he is going to do better. But it has been proven over time that Soludo is a total failure, both in his government, both in his possession of information, both in his judgment. He failed woefully, and because of that, Ali Igbo will never be kind to him. He will never succeed in anything that he do. He will always be a failure and a disgrace, both to himself, to his family, to the entire generation that he represents. Let us continue praying for our leader. And that is most important. Let's continue believing in Biafra. There is no other way for us. Biafra is the only hope. If you like, believe it. If you like, don't. But I must tell you the truth. If you're still hoping that Nigeria will be fine, look at what is happening in Nigeria and tell me, from which angle are you expecting it to be okay? Everything has collapsed. There is nothing left. So it is high time we sit down, talk on how to move forward. Afia, we have to discuss Nigeria. We have to. And it's high time you as a politician, it's high time you as an individual, as a business person, as a high chief, as a traditional ruler, it's high time you come to this knowledge. Call for discussion. Let us discuss and talk the way forward. Until we do that, we all will continue to suffer without end. I thank you for, despite the frustration that we encountered through this program, you stayed behind. Thank you. It shows that you believe in us. It shows that you believe in Biafra. I thank you for your time. One thing I always ask Chukwu Kabiyama to do for me is to keep us alive to see Biafra. I believe that we all will be alive when Biafra will come. I believe that Biafra will surely come. It will be like a miracle, and Chukwu Kabiyama will do it. Only him. No man will boast of it. Chukwu Kabiyama alone will take the glory. I also continuously pray that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be set free, that Mazi Simon Ekpa be set free, that all the people who have been in jail for fighting for freedom, that each and every one of them should regain their freedom ASAP. There's nothing bad, no crime committed. May Chukwu Kabiyama bless you. May Chukwu Kabiyama keep you. May Chukwu Kabiyama let his light to shine on you. Until I come your way again, soonest. From me, from here, good night.